basically what we got going on tonight, we wanted to pull together a bunch of Empower Network members to kind of give other people that's on the outside looking in, those folks that's tire kickers and sitting on the fence, we wanted to give them the opportunity to get a feel for what the Dream Team is all about. So what we plan on doing tonight is actually kind of doing a round robin of everybody sharing with the world, why they got involved with Empower Network and kind of, giving them a little bit of their story.
Yeah, definitely.
So I don't know how long you got, but if you want to go ahead and kick us off, I'll be following you up.
Okay, yeah. So
we got some feedback.
You can hear me, correct?
I got it.
Yep, we can hear you.
If you guys are sounding off, turn it off. All right. Yeah. So I only have a few minutes here. I'm at the soccer field right now. Here in the car using the Wi-Fi on my phone. I don't know if you can see the camera here. But honestly, the reason why I did get started with Empower Network, I was kind of just doing this like attraction marketing thing. I was in another affiliate program, and a good buddy of mine, he called me up and said, "Hey B, why aren't you doing the Empower Network?" And I said, "Well, honestly, I followed Dave for a long time. I love Dave. I know whatever he's doing, he's going to help get people results, but I'm doing this attraction marketing, right?" And so what I realized was I wasn't getting any results with that attraction marketing thing, was because honestly what sells is these three things. These are the results I have. This is how I got the results. And this is how I can get you to teach the results, or I can teach you to get the results if you simply pull out the credit card and just buy everything now. But that doesn't work if you don't have any results whatsoever. And so I had to figure out a way to actually take myself out of the picture and get someone to pull out the credit card and simply make a buying decision based on someone who has the alien-like ability to sell and also can back it up with the alien-like results and also an alien-like story. So I was actually in Empower Network for a little bit. This is about January when I get started. I was going through some other stuff in my life. I was actually really depressed. I was working a telemarketing job. And so I was working that telemarketing job to go ahead and just build up my skill set, because I knew if I wanted to succeed in this industry, I needed more skills than going ahead and just getting lucky. So I had some good copywriting skills. In less than 2.5 months, I put myself on the #1 spot in the leaderboards. I was making more money than everyone else on the floor. In the middle of May, I was actually recognized for Impact Player of the Month, Employee of the Month. And just a few days later, after receiving that award, I said, I can't do this anymore. I'm tired of cold calling unhappy homeowners trying to pre-frame a next day solar sale. And so I called in and I quit. That same morning, I went ahead and I went on a road trip to Atlanta, Georgia. I live in Sacramento, California, so that's a 36-hour drive, 2,400-mile plus road trip just one way, and we had to come back. Now, a little bit before I quit, I actually ran into Valentino Crawford at a prior event. And so I didn't even know that I was actually on the Dream Team. I knew that Tracy Walker was on like my upline some length up, so she's like a few levels up. And on the Dream Team events, I never see a we're driving for a little ways there, so we went through like Memphis and Nashville and Atlanta and St. Louis, Missouri, Salt Lake City, Reno, Nevada, and like the bunch in the world just kept like I saw it firsthand. And so where I was struggling to make sales, I realized that it was kind of silly to do that because there's such an abundance. Now I get back, and I don't think it's by any coincidence that I actually had my first 4 sales in less than 24 hours.
Wow. He's freezing up. Or is that just on my end?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we can.
My screen freezing.
Huh. He may have. I know he said he was headed to a soccer game, so he must be in a bad area.
Right.
Yeah. Well, we can go forward.
Lorena. Yeah.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna head on to well, I can start. Well, y'all already know my story pretty much, but um, I got in this internet game back in 2010, simply because I was, you know, I know everybody's situation is a little bit different, but I'm a single mother, and I got a teenage daughter, and when girls become teenagers, all of a sudden, they turn into this other demon and they hate their mom or something. I don't know. But long story short, I just realized I had to spend more time with my daughter, and I was, spending too much time at work, even though I was making good money. So I just decided that I had a decision,
I'm back.
and
Okay.
it was either it it was either oh, did you want? Oh, we got Brian back.
Yeah, just a few more words, and I'm done. So basically, when you share those testimonials, it gets people that want to, because they connect with those stories. So it's also not only a selling advantage for you, but it's also a community that will help you be able to build that social proof around what you're doing. So that way you'll be able to tip people over the edge, and not only getting them started, but also getting them started the right way, so that way they have that community and support. And that's solely the reason why we have such a close-knit community here with the Dream Team, and you don't really see that anywhere else. And that's... Oh, did I lose you guys?
No, we can still hear you.
Okay. My connection's horrible.
Yeah, we just lost you.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
That's what's up.
All right, Evan, back to you.
Evan, you're muted. We can't hear you.
Yeah, Evan is muted.
He's over there talking his little
Well,
buddy.
yeah, he is. Well, I mean, I can go ahead and finish. I mean, pretty much, I left my job, y'all, because I just knew I had to spend more time with my. I read all these books, all this self-help, Robert Kiyosaki, and Napoleon Hill, and I realized that entrepreneurship was the way to go. So I stepped out on faith and left my job, got into multi-level marketing first, just trying to figure out what in the world to do. And it led me to the internet because I got frustrated really quick. I was like, okay, I done called, I did what they taught me to do. Talk to your friends and family, blah, 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 blah. I realized real quick, my friends and family, they didn't want a business. They wanted a job. You know what? I didn't want to talk to their asses. I'm just going to be real. I didn't want to talk to them. I was like, man, they don't want what I got. This is a waste of time. I need to find the people that want what I have. So being that I knew I didn't know those type of people, I started Googling and how to find people on the internet, how to market on the internet. Ran into one of the gurus, Jonathan Budd, to be, specific. Ran into Jonathan Budd. He had me mesmerized with all this, all of these tips he was giving me. Man, I took off work. I was like, okay, I ain't going to work today. I took off the rest of the day, sat there, watched those videos. And then and then he sold me on the first product. And I said, you know what? Okay, I'm going to take the rest of the week off because I'm going to get this internet thing. You know what I mean? I just knew I was going to have it in 2-3 days. And long story short, man, I realized that there was a lot more to, marketing online and mastering it. So I walked away from my job. This was 2 years ago, 2010. And, when I first got in the game, I did it the hard way. I did some crazy stuff. People thought I was crazy. I quit my job, moved out of the city I knew, that I called home, found a mentor, moved to this little country town called Macon, Georgia. I mean, it is the country. Oh my gosh, it's the country. I moved to Macon because that's where my mentor lived, because I was like, okay, I got to be close, because he had some medical issues too. So, I was like, I need to be close. I need to get this. I left, moved to Macon for 11 months under, my mentor. And, man, and he was really like, Mr. Miyagi of the internet. You know what I mean? Wax on, wax off is what he taught me. Like he taught me all that technical stuff, but the slow route. And long story short, man, I was just absorbing information. And then I got introduced to a system which was, the same one Tracy and David Wood and all of them were in originally. Got introduced to a system and started realizing, oh, there's ninja strategies, there's programs and stuff like that. And that was my first introduction to programs. So again, this was back 2010. Well, still I was doing it the hard way. And when I got into Empower, it was like a breath of fresh air, man. I gotta be honest, because I had actually sat down out the game for a little bit. You know how you kind of get frustrated and you kind of say, okay, I threw in the towel for a little bit. Like I kind of got tired because I was doing it the hard way. And matter of fact, right before I threw in the towel, I actually sat down with Tracy. I don't know if y'all read my article, but I sat down with Tracy and she was telling me about, her income goals and, Lorena, I'm gonna make $30,000 a month. This is easy. We can do it. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm up here like, yeah, Tracy, yeah, rah, rah, rah. But really, my belief level wasn't there because I had been doing it like a year straight, like going hard. But what I didn't realize was I was doing it the hard way. You know what I mean? And I kind of took a break from it for a while, and then Shalonda ended up hitting me up later, and a few months after, she hit me up with Empower, and by this time I had just decided to get back in the game. So I went ahead and joined Empower under Shalonda. But I'm gonna be honest, I just joined, but I really didn't do anything, didn't dig in until I went to that Don't Be a Wussy event in Atlanta, man. And when I saw that, when I went there and saw all those people making money that were newbies, it was like a switch clicked in my head that, okay, Lorena, it's really time to get back in the game because, yeah, you were in the game for, that year straight, year and a half or so, and then, you had a little results, but it wasn't a lot. But what happened, what that mental shift for me was that you were doing it the hard way. Empower Network has something that no other system has. Like, look at all these newbies. Look at all these people that just got in the game. I mean, just got in the game. And they making loot like that. So for me, it was like, okay, gun-ho. And then, I jumped on in there. That's what happened for me. And then, when you have $1,000 day, it's like, all right, this thing is real. And
it just got real.
Oh yeah, it just got real. And then you have $500 day. It's like, oh yeah, this thing is still real,
Yes.
So I just feel like Empower Network is a blessing, and it's a blessing to a lot of people. People don't even realize the power of it because any and everybody can get on board. I don't care what background you come from. It doesn't matter whether you got a business or not, whether you just want to make some money or not. It doesn't matter. Bottom line, it's for you because it funds your dream. It gives you that tool to market your product, your service, your idea. I mean, even like we got Adrian Hines. I mean, he's a pastor. Do you got a word to deliver? You know what I'm saying? They don't even have a product or a service. Do you got a word? Do you got a message? That's why it's just so great. And then to be able to bless people with the money on top of it is just, man, like Nikki Pink gotta say, it's just gravy. That's the gravy. So that's what I mean. Empower is a blessing for me, and I've seen it be a blessing for so many people. I'm just excited because I already know it's going down. It's going down for a lot of people, and I'm excited to be able to go to the top with people who, that so many people would think, yeah, we're just gonna shock a lot of people. That's it, and I'm ready. So, and I'm glad to be here.
That's what's up. That's definitely what's up. Yeah, that just got me juiced up all over again. Where the app? Yeah,
Really?
somebody sign me up. I want to go ahead and get in here real quick because
I want to sign up again.
Standing no. Real quick, let me. I want to go ahead and get in here real quick. Hey, anybody watching it, just know that this is how we are all the time. One thing about it, we get the luxury of being able to make money and still have fun and joke around with a whole crew and a host of just down to earth folks that just fun to be around at the same time. So this is one of the biggest benefits outside of the money that's involved. Okay.
Right.
Let's see. I got.
Hey, I want to see Nikki's glasses without all this stuff.
They pink, Adrian.
That's gangster right there.
Well, listen,
Welcome to the Hangout, Adrian.
glad to have you, brother. Glad you got on.
Oh yeah.
I think you made my screen freeze up. That's what ended up kicking me out.
So who we talking to right now?
We talking to the world.
All right. So who's next?
Let me go ahead and jump in here real quick because I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to hang around. My reasoning, well, I guess not even reasoning because the reason is clear cut once you see what the system is and how the system is designed, and when you see the success stories that come out of it. Anybody with a naked eye can be able to see that only being 4 days from being 1 year in, we so far ahead of the tidal wave that's in front of us that it's absolutely just bonkers. Okay? Where else can you go where you see a company that within a year's time has multiple 100,000 per month earners? You don't see that anywhere in MLN or affiliate marketing or anything like that at all. It's unheard of. Now, just from my background, I got a background in MLN that goes back about, 14 years. I was in ATN and Excel Communications back in 98, 99, 2000. So, I was one of those guys when the first deregulation of the phone services came through, when they broke up the Paul Bell phone companies. I was the one knocking on the door, getting folks to switch their long distance services. You know what I'm saying? So I could get my upfront startup bonuses. And I did that, man. I rocked it. I was a trainer, everything in those companies. And really, what happened with me was I was getting money, making some pretty good cash. But what happened was, man, I got burned out because I was literally every day. My grind was to put an ad in the newspaper, do a bunch of presentations during the day, and then the people who I was bringing in, my upline sponsor would kick down money for them to get in, but I had to go get their customers. So, I mean, I literally pounded the streets. I'm talking about going door to door, everything, to get customers, long distance customers for these new folks that I was bringing in for the upfront startup bonus, which I think was only about $250. So
Did you wander around Walmart?
Yeah, I did plenty of Walmart time. That's where you think I was getting my sponsors. I mean my new sign-ups. So I was catching them from Walmart. I caught them from anywhere it was people walking at. You know what I'm saying? I had the little 4x6 little handbill flyers that I literally be passing out everywhere that I went. Every person that walked by, because I was getting flyers, they probably was only costing me a penny a piece. So I would just strong arm, straight guerrilla marketing. You know what I mean? Like whenever it was parades, big festivities and things like that, you'll catch me in the street with a bag full of flyers working it. You know what I'm saying? But what happened was, man, I got burned out. I got burned out after about 4 to 5 months, and I was like, you know what, man, let me go find me a damn job. And going through the process of working that job, it did two things, man. It made me pissed off because I was actually in Atlanta working at Coca-Cola in the call center, but I was out producing everybody that was in the call center, the folks that had been there 10, 15 years. I was out producing them on a daily basis, but they wouldn't hire me full time. I got on through a temp service, and I mean that just blew me. I couldn't deal with it. But you know, I really didn't want to go back into MLM at the time because you know I had a little bad taste in my mouth because of that. So I just figured I'd pick up a second job. And so I mean, literally I can honestly tell you for the last 5 years I've kept at least 2 jobs going. I did a whole lot of promotions, club promotions, and things like that, as well as working in retail, mental health. Hell, I spent 6 years building concrete in the ground swimming pools, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And until I got to the point, I was so happy when I actually saw Empower Network come around because I was like, yo, all this stuff that I'm doing, I'm damn killing myself. I'm too young to be having my body hurting from out here working in the street and just, you know, working 2 jobs. Hell, they make 1 job for 1 person. One person ain't supposed to have 2 jobs. You know what I'm saying? And I came to that realization. So once I got to that point, I literally was like, yo, I have to find something that's online. You know, my thinking told me that the smart way to make money is online because that's where everybody was going. So I mean, I dilly-dallied around online for a little bit. You know, I'm sure everybody sees these little multiplier type deals and all that kind of crazy stuff that's on the internet. So I kind of dipped and dabbed inside of that stuff, but I never really found anything that piqued my interest or that really got me where I was like, okay, this is it. Until the first day I watched Dave and Dave talking on that 30-minute video, and there was one thing alone that kind of sold me. It was the part when he got to how long does it take to actually sell somebody, and this is probably about 20 minutes into the video. So inside of my mind, I said, hell, until they buy. And he said the same thing. And he went and ran it on for another 10 minutes. So I knew I was in the right spot because anybody who's going to sit there, ask you how long it take to sell you, you're going to answer that question in your mind, and he keeps on talking. He going to whoever hang around to the end of him talking before they hit that buy button, you know what I'm saying? You have to know that that's where you're supposed to be at.
Yeah.
And that was kind of what did it for me. I saw after the buy button came up, I listened to it for another 20 minutes. You know what I mean? I don't know if y'all realize that actual video is about 1 hour and 15 minutes long. It's another 30, 45 minutes after the buy button comes up. And so the first time I listened to it all the way through that, and at that point, that's when I knew, okay, this is it. Anybody who I have, I can send them here. And if they're not sold after they finish watching this, I'm not going to have a whole lot of work or a whole lot of questions to answer after that point. And then, I mean, once I got in, I met Felicia through one of my frat brothers, and she told me, oh yeah, we got the dream team going on over here. You saw the lady Tracy walk on the video, and I was like, okay, yeah. So I came in under Felicia and got into the dream team group. Okay, and I was like, oh man, okay, they got everything laid out. It's pretty structured, it's pretty organized. Cause I always been like a team type of a guy. You know, you only as strong as your weakest link. But a team this big, hell, if I'm the weak link, then we got a lot of strong links on both sides of me. So that really put me to one level. But man, that trip to San Diego took it way up because it gave the belief system there. It gave seeing everybody that was on those videos in real life and in person. It put them there. Before I even got there, I met Adrian over inside of in the airport. I had already been peeping him out beforehand. I caught him on a couple of YouTube videos, and I rode right up on that joker in the airport. I asked him, I was like, yo man, how does it feel to be an internet celebrity? And he said, oh, Evan, you would look a lot taller than you did on the computer. And I mean, literally from there, it just kind of kicked the whole, it was a great start to the weekend. Couldn't have been scripted or planned any better than that. As a newbie, not knowing anybody on the dream team other than Felicia and Tequila, who I talked to online. I mean, I saw the faces, but never really interacted with anybody. I believe most of y'all had been to the Don't Be a Wussy event in Atlanta, but that night, man, it meant so much to me because that first night there, I mean, as soon as we got off the plane in San Diego, we went to Chili's, hung out with most of the leadership council and the Dream Team folks who were already there. That first night, me, Adrian, Fred, Carlton, Roger, we all split up a room on the first night, and it brought that straight home feeling, that family feeling into the whole equation. We just took the whole aspect of making money and all that.
You
But
good?
if ain't nobody gonna speak up, I'm just saying.
I know that's right, man. I look. I got so much to say. It's ridiculous. I could talk 10 million times about Empower Network. But
Can I,
that post that Tony Rush put up there the other day. That
Yeah.
thing's a beast.
your glass is crooked. Your
Hey.
crooked.
Hey.
Hey, you know what? I don't know what you guys did today, but let me share a little bit about where I came from. You know, I've been in the retail environment for about 10 plus years, right? And so every Saturday that I woke up, pretty much I had to go to work, right? And this was either in a mall environment or when I worked at an AT&T store, you know, in a retail environment. And I knew that most of my Saturday would be gone. And somebody's behind tequila. And so, but most of my Saturday would be absolutely gone. But last night when I went to bed, you know, I went to bed and I said, you know what, I'm going to sleep until I cannot sleep anymore. I couldn't sleep anymore. So I woke up probably around like 10 o'clock. And I literally laid in the bed for about an hour just meditating on for me, Kingdom First, that's dealing with, you know, my spiritual aspect, and then earning 10 grand this month. I laid in the bed for about an hour just meditating on that. And then I got my lazy behind up and I went downstairs and I cooked some breakfast. Now, I don't normally cook breakfast, but since I got all the time in the world, you know, I'm experimenting in the kitchen now. And then I took my lazy behind back upstairs and I got right back in the bed. And then, you know, eventually I got up and I said, you know what? I always didn't have the ability to be able to watch college football on Saturday. I mean, every store that I worked in, whether it was at AT&T or Verizon or Sprint, during college football season, I will always see somebody come in with some Georgia or Georgia Tech gear on or some Alabama gear, T-shirt, hat, jersey, doesn't matter. Well, today, guess what I got to do? I got to sit down. Now, I don't have a favorite college football team, but I got to sit down and watch Georgia beat Florida. Right, Tequila? You saw my post on Facebook, right? And so that was, you know, although I was by myself and I didn't go to a sports bar or anything like that, to me, that was like, man, I am living my dream life right now. But, you know, eventually it'll escalate from there. But, you know, that to me, that was priceless because I didn't get to do this for the last 10 years. But to be able to do that now, and if I want, I can go downstairs and watch Alabama against Mississippi State. I don't know who's winning that game, but if I want to go watch that game, I can. But that's what Empower Network allows you to do. You know, tomorrow is Sunday, and I just love Sundays because I get to preach, you know, at my church. But on Sundays, during Sunday evening, especially during football season, most people start getting the Monday morning blues. They start to dread Monday morning because although it's not there yet, they know it's coming right around the corner in just a few hours. But guess what I'm going to do tomorrow? I'm going to watch the Giants beat the crap out of the Cowboys, even though I ain't no Giants fan. I can't stand the Giants, but, you know, Dallas sucks. And so I'm going to watch that game. I'm going to hang out with family members and friends after I preach. And then I'm going to wake up with a smile on my face Monday morning because I don't have a job to go to. And guess what? And I'm going to say this, then I'm going to pass it over to whoever else. You know, Excel Communications, that was the first MLM business that I got into. My dad introduced me to the industry back when I was like either 19 or 20 years old. And he paid my way to get in. I did absolutely nothing. My biggest check in a residual from a residual income inside of MLM was like $37. Well, thanks to Empower Network, you know, I could never sponsor. It seemed like it took forever to sponsor people. Like the most I ever sponsored in a month was 3 people. Thanks to Empower Network, we lost BC. But thanks to Empower Network, not only have I sponsored over 60 people in less than a year, but my residual income handles my bills as well as my marketing money. I don't know where you can do that inside of MLM. I just don't know. So I'm living my dream life. It's just going as the tens of thousands and thousands of dollars roll in. Felicia's bringing me lunch, dinner, whatever. I'm just gonna, you know, we got a pact, and I'm gonna leave it at this because I could just ramble on and on. We got a pact that, you know, we're gonna go on a cruise together.
Yes.
And in order for you to get in on that pact, you got to earn a certain amount of money. But you can't earn that certain amount of money if you're not inside of Empower Network. So if you're watching this Google Hangout, whoever invited you on, you need to go ahead and just hit them back on Facebook, or if you got their cell phone, text them and say, how do I get in right now with you? So I'm done. I'm probably going to go eat because I haven't eaten since I ate breakfast. But, you know, whoever else is next, it's a wrap.
Yeah. Yeah. It's he's shaking his butt like he's like this. Nothing compares, man. I don't know if y'all saw what Tony Rush put on Facebook the other day, and it was the truth, man. I had to repost that thing a couple times. Cause matter of fact, I'm gonna read it because it's right here on my wall. It says, here's a perspective on residual income that you may not have considered. How much product would one of your customers / team members have to buy in a month in order for you to receive a $25 commission every month? If you earn a 10% commission on someone, they'd have to spend $250 a month on product every month. If you earn a 5% commission, they'd have to spend $500 per month on a product to create a $25 residual. Or think about a $100 a month residual. It just doesn't happen because no one in an MLM is going to sign up for $1,000 or $2,000 per month auto ship. And so people tend to settle. They join companies where their customers routinely spend $100 to $200 per month, and they, the distributors, earn between $5 and $10 for that. So here's the question. Didn't you get into this profession to make money? So why work in a company that pays you teeny weeny commissions for performing the same task that someone else is doing in Empower Network and to earn $125 commissions on a $125 purchase? 100% commissions, write that down. It's the only way to fly. That is the business model that earned me over $100,000 in income this month. And so, guys, I had to add on to his little post when I repeated, when I put it up. I said, now repeat after me. No more teeny weeny commission. Like that's ridiculous. And I see this all the time. And I'm not MLM bashing, but I just got to keep it real. One thing about me is I'm just real about everything. When people get into the business of multi-level marketing, they got in it to make money. Somebody sold them the dream of financial freedom, and somewhere along the line they forget that and become cheerleaders for the company, get stuck on an auto ship, and nobody's making no money. Like that is ridiculous. And then you come into a business like Empower Network and see people like quitting jobs in a couple months or first month, 2 months. I mean, going on cruises, trips. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It just don't make sense to me. And I had to catch myself. I had to catch myself because the other day I saw somebody put on Facebook, they were sharing their check, right? Their sponsor was like, congratulations to such and such for getting her $300 commission check. And so the chick was holding up her $300 commission check, you know, and congratulations, because I know she busted her ass. But excuse me, y'all, if I offend you, but I know she busted her ass to get that $300. But the first thought that came to my mind was, that's all? And then I had to catch myself because I was like, dang, Lorena, y'all a little spoiled over there. $300 don't look good no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm up here seeing people busting out. Oh, like Felicia, I made $3,000 today. I saw her video where she's like, I'm on my way to the bank. I heard she turning the wheel, in my little country town. And you know, $3,000 today. And people busting their ass months to get a $300 check. That don't make sense.
But you know what, Lorena, you know what? You know, we're not MLM bashing, but we try to lead them to freedom, just like Harriet Tubman. We had to go ourselves, but we going back to get them jokers because, you know, like Dave Wood says, he says with $20,000, you can't even buy good toilet paper with that crap. You know, so this is 20 grand a month. So, you know, it's like we've seen the light. You know, when they freed the slaves, when they did that Emancipation Proclamation, right? You know, you had
Dave Wood calls it the pay cut.
Huh? You had people that they were slaves, and then they got free, but they wanted to stay with massa that because that's all they were used to, right? And so, you know, when you've been ingrained in this industry for so long that this is the way to go, this is the way to go, you got to build your business this way, you got to build your business this way, then, you know, when something like Empower Network comes along, from the outside looking in, it looks like a scam. It looks like one of the pyramid schemes that you've been saying for 10 years. It ain't no pyramid scheme, but, you know, sometimes people gotta go through enough crap before they're willing to move forward. And so all we can do is just present the message. That's it. And then
with that, I'm gonna make a blog post about that. How they want to stay with massa.
Let me tell y'all this though.
That's a blog post, dude.
Let me tell y'all this though, in relation to kind of piggyback off of what Lorena said that she saw on Tony Rush's page. Now this guy contacted me today out of the blue. And he was like, hey, Felicia, do you remember me? I'm like, no. And he was like, well, I met you online a few months ago. And he said, I saw you on some social site. I can't remember the name of it. And he was like, you remember I told you about Melaleuca? I was like, oh, yeah, now I remember. You know, he was like, well, you know, you told me you were with Empower Network. And I was just calling to see, are you still with that business and how they're doing? I said, of course I'm still with them. He was like, how are you doing? I said, better than ever. He was like, oh, really? I said, oh, yes, really. And he was like, well, you know, like with companies like that, and, you know, he just went to try to down the company like they always do. And he was like, well, you know, we've been in business for whatever, however long they've been in business. And he was like, well, Felicia, how much are you making? I said, well, let me ask you a question. How many people do you have to sponsor or do you have to bring to your team in order to make $2,500 on a consistent basis? And he was like, about 400 to 600. I said, 400 to 600? My Lord, I probably won't be able to sponsor that many people in the next 10 years. You
hold on, Felicia. 4,600 to get 25 grand.
Get $2,500.
100.
Where they do that at? I guess in Melaleuca, right?
It's funny you said that, Felicia, because that's what I was about to talk on. Because I was just sitting here thinking, because I've been a customer of Melaleuca since 2006. And I absolutely love the products, but the reason why I didn't do it as a business is because their
They ain't got pink.
Huh?
They ain't got pink.
But you got jokes, Adrian. You got
But
jokes.
check this out, though. I only sponsor, I told him, I said, dude, I've only sponsored 43 people, and I'm making $2,500 on a consistent basis. With 43 people, are you kidding me? You want me to switch to that? Nah.
What
So-
do you say?
You mean that 2,500 that you make a month? That's pretty much, that equals to about 30,000 a year, which is what the average individual goes to work for 40 hours a week. But
Right.
he's doing this from home.
Exactly.
Right.
Where they do that at? Let me sign up right now. Hey, you know what? And I'm sorry, Nick. You know what? I said, I don't care. Like, things are good, and I'm excited about Power Network. But I said, you know what? I don't care how bad things get. I will never, ever go back to another job again.
I know
I
that's
feel
right.
you.
I can't do
Hold on,
it.
I gotta give you a round of applause for that. Hold on.
Wait a button. For real,
Push the
man.
damn button.
It just don't make sense, man.
There we go.
It don't make sense. Check this out. I had a guy try to recruit me the other day. He's in a communications company, right? I'm not gonna call out their name, but he was trying to
Is it
recruit
5
me.
links?
You already know. he was trying to recruit me hard, right? So hard, and I told him already several times I'm not interested in that company. And he kept right on. I said, all right, let me ask you this. Have you ever made $1,000 in a day? That's all I want to know. He said, well, he said, I think you're talking to the wrong person. I said, see, that's the problem. I said, newbies in Empower Network are doing that. Newbies. At the end of the conversation, guess who link he asked for? He was asking for my link. Like, dude, I tell people all the time, it's not on nothing cocky. I have what you need. I do. I have what you need. If you're in business, I have what you need. How are you marketing your business? How are you doing that? If you're in business, I have what you need. Everybody's online. Everybody. I don't care what you're doing. Everybody is online. They're on Facebook. They're on Twitter. They're Googling. They're on Instagram. They're everywhere. They're everywhere online. You need what I have, which is how to get their attention.
So let me ask a question. Tino, what's the system that we follow? Is it, go get your family members and friends?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I got a lot of feedback where I'm at, though. But, like, before I begin, let me, give a little background on my story. I got into the industry back in 2007, and I was doing the offline traditional MLM thing. I jumped from company to company. I went through like 10 companies before I went online. And the reason why I went online was because I got burnt out. I was tired of doing hotel meetings, empty promises of folks saying they're going to meet me at the meeting, and all of a sudden they come up with an excuse saying, "Oh, well, I had to do some OT, and sorry, I was making next time," and all that garbage. And just kicking out money, gas money, buying product, auto ship, magazines, and all that mess. And I used to hear about folks making money online and building their downline just basically off the internet. But at the time, I heard it was kind of like shunned upon because it's like, yeah, you're not supposed to do that because it's not duplicatable and all that crazy mess, right? But after a while, I was like, I'm going to find out what's going on because evidently it's working for somebody. So I Googled some stuff, and I ended up running into Jonathan Budd's, one of his ads. And that was back in about February, March 2010. And after that, I've been online ever since. And I have my personal blog, and I was just providing content, promoting affiliate products, things of that nature. And I put traditional MLM on the back seat. I said, I'm gonna learn this online thing. And we know how life happens. And I just kind of got distracted, and I wasn't consistent with updating my blogs and things of that nature. Well, Apple brings to my attention about Empower Network, and she says, "Hey, I know that you got a blog, and we know we've been talking about we have to be consistent and put out content and all this, but hey, I found something, and we can get paid doing the exact same thing that we say that we're trying to do, which is stay consistent, provide content, put it out there in the market, and draw in the folks that we need to build our business." I said, "All right, what's up with it? Shoot me the information." And it was right up my alley. I said, "Oh yeah, I could do this. Yeah, get paid and blog, and plus I'm trying to get back consistent anyway." That was the motivation to even just be like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do this. And I don't know. I mean, it's just. I mean, I purchased affiliate programs, launch products. I've been to seminars, and Empower Network and Dream Team, specifically, have so much value that I pay hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars to get this same type of value. And you're on Dream Team, you are definitely blessed, for real. And it's just a beautiful thing. And
So Tino,
oh,
where's your suit at, bro?
oh, my suit.
Yeah, where's your suit at?
What suit? What suit?
So you mean to tell me that you can have on a wife beater and make money online?
Yeah, I'm actually overdressed because last time you saw me, yeah, I was a little bit overdressed. I was doing the D'Angelo
He
thing.
don't look like D'Angelo. He ain't had no shirt on.
So,
He ain't had nothing. He look like he was naked.
so Tequila, what's the system that you follow? Do you go hang out at Walmart or the grocery store? I mean, people want to know.
You're on mute. You mute, Tequila.
And Tino, we had some background.
No Walmart for me unless I'm going to get Skittles.
Hey, Adrian, Tequila didn't tell you she made a $500 sale when we first started up this Google Hangout.
Yes,
Whoa.
Well, we were on the Google Hangout.
yeah, she got the Google Hangout funnel.
There is a Google Hangout funnel because last time I was on, what was it, Friday? I was on the Google Hangout
Made 100.
and had money in mine.
Oh,
You
yeah, you
remember
sure
that?
did.
So you mean to tell me that $500 came without you having to pick up the phone?
Yep, I was going to do the worm, but I didn't want y'all to see it.
Go ahead and bust out the worm.
Do the worm.
I already done sweated enough with these pajamas on already.
Go ahead, take another shower. You got $500. Make it rain. Go ahead.
Yeah, make it rain.
I'm about to make it rain Skittles.
Taste the rainbow.
Yep.
So I mean, this right here, I'm just letting people know because I don't know who the heck is watching this, but this is extremely powerful because you had Tito who spent however much money on products. Evan went door to door, something I never had the guts to do when he got involved in MLM. And you got people making money. Felicia making $2,500 a month. Brian looked like he on a road trip, but that's the boy wonder right there. He got stuff that he could just pull out his butt to make you like, dang, how you do that? Right? So I mean, it only makes sense to align yourself. Well, and I put this on Facebook. We the rising up and coming leaders inside of Empower Network. Now, and we'll be honest with you, we haven't earned the 10, the 50, the 100 grand a month yet. But you know what? It's well on its way because we follow a simple system where it's anti-bug your family members and friends. It's anti-hanging out inside of Walmart, the mall, or wherever else. It's anti-going through the phone book and all that. This is what we are all about.
Absolutely.
Focus on getting 2 sales a day. Make sure you all in and just follow the 8 core commitments. That is it. That is it. We put our ads where people want to find them, where people are actually attracted to us. That's what it's all about.
Yep.
So either you join us or you're gonna get ran over. One of the ways something's gonna happen. Impact is gonna happen.
Yeah.
That's right.
And, left behind.
Yeah.
Left. Don't be like me, man. I'm telling you. Everybody need to read that blog post I wrote, man. That's a true story. Tracy told me I'm gonna make my $30,000 a month. I was I'm going to sit down for a minute. I don't feel like it. Damn, if she make $200,000 in 11 months, man. I was like, what the? That's what's going to happen. The very same people right now that's watching this very Google Hangout, if they're going to do one or two things. They're either going to be smart and go ahead and jump on board with somebody on this panel, or in a few months, they're going to be like, damn, I should have got on it. And then they still going to be hitting us up. Do you know how I feel? Like, that's what I told Tracy. I said, when they deliver that Maserati with that big red bow, I got to be there. Because we was talking about that Maserati. We were talking about that Maserati a year ago before it manifested. She was talking about that Maserati. She was talking about that 30 grand. And damn if it didn't show up in less than a year, man. I'm going to be there to see that bad boy show up with that red bow.
Me
I'm
too.
going to mark the heck out of it, because you know what? Hey, I could be pulling up with my Bentley coupe with my red bow had I stayed on board. But it's all good. I learned a very valuable lesson, a $200,000 lesson. But it's all good, because you know what? I ain't got to learn that at $1 million cost. You understand?
You heard?
I ain't gotta learn it at $1 million cost. 200 grand, I'm good. I just paid for some education. Hey, they pay that at Harvard, don't they? It's worth it.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
Y'all know I was watching yeah, Nikki, go ahead.
Yeah, Pink Goddess. We ain't heard nothing from you.
Well,
and we know you got something to say.
Yeah, I have a lot to say. Look, come on now, y'all can't do me like that. Don't do me like that.
We still here.
Thank you. But speaking on, I think I heard Adrian and Evan, both of you guys said you were in Excel Telecommunications, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was the first network marketing company that I had experience with, and that's where I really learned that people could make money outside of a job. And I made it to the director level in Excel Telecommunications before they were bought out. Mm-hmm. And then I got a little frustrated, and I came online, and then I found a company called LifePath Unlimited, which is a top tier program. Mm-hmm. And the guy that I came on board with, he pretty much didn't tell me all the truth. So I spent $1,600 and something, and I was left trying to figure out what to do. And at that time, they had it to where you spend $1,600 at that level, and then your first $1,600 sale passes up to your sponsor.
Yep.
And you get the next one.
Yep.
So I made that sale, but when it was time for me to get my $1,600, the guy who brought me into the business disappeared. So then about a couple of months later, I ran into this lady about Melaleuca. And I did not join Melaleuca because of the actual compensation plan. I joined because my son had eczema, and she was telling me that, eczema, their products were environmentally friendly. And so that's pretty much why I joined Melaleuca. But when I looked at their compensation plan, I was like, what? I think you make like $3 for every person that spends like $75 or $80 is their minimum auto ship. Like $2.45 a customer.
Oh my God. Wow.
So I was like, hell no, I'm not doing that. And so after that, I was just like, wow. Okay, so then I was looking more and more online. Then I found a company that you guys probably know, the drop 3 sizes in 10 minutes.
Uh-oh. I saw all those signs in Atlanta.
Is that Sticky Fiber?
They were on the back of cars and stuff. But go ahead.
That's where it was a lot of big people in the company from Atlanta, so that's probably why you saw so much. But I joined that company, and actually, guys, that was the first company that I actually had success in. And I kind of got frustrated because when I came into the business, I was misled. I wasn't told about auto ship. See, I didn't understand the power of auto ship. Why are you guys laughing so much over that? Is it a joke?
It's the Melaleuca, girl. It's not you, it's Melaleuca. The comp plan.
That comp plan, man. I told you we spoiled, man. You get a whiff of 100% commissions. Everything else just don't make no damn sense.
I'm telling you. Well, look, $2.45 didn't make no sense 5 years ago. I was smart enough to know that my time was more valuable than $2.45 a person.
Okay.
But so when I got in artist, guys, I did have success in artists. I was able to bring over 300 people within my team within 60 days. And my first check was like $1,800, and then my next one was like right at $4,000. But the amazing thing is, the next month, which happened to be Christmas, my check was $200.
Wow.
So I was like, what in the world? And when I got on the phone with customer service, that's when I found out about auto ship. So they were like, basically all of the people that was coming in, I was receiving money off of the like the Fast Start. They bought a package at like $300 and something, and you receive a bonus for that. So it wasn't residual money. So I kind of got mad and I quit. I was just like, because basically they told me I had to start over. So it was like, I did not want to build another team of 300 and something people, because guys, I don't know, for those of you that are working, if you are in a business to where, a network marketing business to where you have to actually show products and actually have to like do manual labor, that crap is tiring. And I got tired of putting the women in body magics and smelling all that funk and all of those things that came along with actually doing the putting people in garments and making money. So I was just like, when I found out I had to start over, I was like, I'm not doing that. And so then I found David Wood, and I didn't really like the company that he was promoting at the time, but I really liked his information and his style. And I kind of just been on the sidelines, just soaking up information and learning for this last year, because I actually joined Empower Network back in November of last year, right after they launched. But guys, I didn't do anything. I actually was, I think I heard somebody else saying they were doing something where they made money for doing nothing, pretty much is what I was doing. I was doing some investing, and I was making money off of my own money, and it was really good money. But the company had some issues in August when another company folded, and it messed with my money. So I was sitting there like, okay, yeah, I see Empower Network. I hear the stories, guys. And I even went to the event in June and saw all the life-changing stories. But because I was getting this passive money over here and it was taking care of my bills and I was excited and I was cool, I didn't look at what Empower Network had to offer. But when the company folded in August, and I was like, okay, where in the world is my money going to come from? I had to, reassess things and look back at it. And Lorena, I see you. You are making.
Girl, were you in Zeke? Was it Zeke?
Well, the company that I was in wasn't. That's the company that folded. But the company that I was in, they had to restructure because of what happened with Zeke.
So they had to go out of business.
Yeah, so basically, Zeke went out of business, but the company that I was making my money in, they're still in business, but they just had to basically change everything. So bottom line is, I wasn't making any more money, and I put in like $1,500, and over the course of from April until August, I made over $10,000, and I lost almost $4,000 when they had that transition in August, and it made me sick to my stomach. So, I had to, like I said, I had to look at, what my options were, and I just decided to really get serious with Empower Network, really just September when we went to San Diego. So serious, guys, that I actually quit school. Now, I'm 7 months away from a bachelor's degree in marketing. And I just really realized that the time that I was putting in for school, it was cutting into my time for my business. I couldn't really do my business the way that I wanted. So I just dropped out of school, and I'm doing Empower Network full time. And I couldn't be happier. Thank you, thank
That
you.
means that money good over here. That's what that means.
That's what it
That's
means.
what that means.
And I
Because you
wasn't
ain't
planning
the
on
only
using-
one.
Yeah, well, I wasn't planning on using my degree anyway, so.
You know, I hear a degree is just an expensive receipt.
It is.
It is. It really is.
And you know what? You know what, Nikki?
Oh, go ahead.
You know what, Nikki? I'm so glad that you shared your story because so many people well, here's why I'm glad that you personally shared it because I didn't know what you were doing with your business. And, you know, I never get in people business anyway. It ain't my business. You know, you got to mind your own business. But to hear you say that, and you know, sometimes we got to get backed up against a wall before we do something. And that was your situation. For other people, you know, they go ahead and see the value in it, or they see the fruit of the labor, and so they risk what they have right now by letting go of jobs like Lorena, Felicia, Evan, myself. But here's the fact of the matter. It doesn't matter as long as we all take action. And so I want to salute you in front of the whole world that you took action. I don't care what made you do it, but you took action. And I know if you did that in not Melaleuca, but artists and Excel, the sky ain't even a limit in the Power Network. So I'm excited to see what you're going to do.
Well, thank you. I'm excited about Empower Network. Very excited.
And you know what? She said something that was that caught my attention that a lot of people don't realize or they don't think about until it happens to them. But when she talked about that company that she was in, that she was making the passive income, but then, you know, when Zeke Rewards folded, it affected their company. The crazy thing is this, people forget, like, if your company folds, you have absolutely nothing to fall back on. Like if that juice company fold or whatever, communications company fold, or that health and wellness company, whatever it is, if it folds, you have nothing to fall back on. The beauty, the most, and I've told my team this time and time again, the most beautiful thing about Empower Network is this. It is internet marketing education. You can't take that away from me. I love Dave and Dave. I do. I love them. I think what they put together is beautiful. But I'm going to tell you like this. Hey, if they fold tomorrow, I'm going to be all right. You get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I've acquired skills to market anything. Like, to get traffic, it's still the same things. Whether I'm getting the traffic to my Empower Network capture page, or if I'm getting traffic to another juice company I want to join, or if I'm getting traffic to my mom and pop company I want to start, or if I'm getting traffic to some franchise I want to get involved in, or if I want to get traffic to whatever, they've taught me that. They've given me the tools. They pointed me in the direction. They've given me all the little ninja strategies to build an audience on Twitter. I mean, like, I see so many people going so hard on Facebook, and it's like Facebook is nice, but they still cap you. You know what I mean? They cap you at how many friends you can get. They got so many rules. You deserve to know how to capture an audience somewhere else. You know what I mean? Just like even in that 15K formula, like the stuff that they teach you on traffic generations, the programs that I found out about, like to gain Twitter followers and to do this, that, and the third, man, it's priceless. The regular audience out here, they don't know nothing about this stuff. Empower has given me this. So even if they fold tomorrow, hey, I'll go find something else to market. And I'll still beat them out The regular MLMers that's doing it the hard way. Who wants to go hotel meeting, hotel meeting, hotel meeting? Not me. I know how to get traffic. Like I looked at, and Nikki has seen it. Like I logged in and looked at my blog. Like I have tripled in traffic on my blog in a month. That's crazy. Try to split yourself into 3 and have 3 different hotel meetings. Come on, dude. Like, are you serious? So that's the most, to me, that is what makes Empower Network straight platinum. Because you can't take my education out my head. I don't care. Go forward. Do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
You know, I still got this education.
You're right, Lorena. You're right. That's how I feel about it, too. You know, some people are like, so you invest all of that money into a business. I'm like, yeah, because that's my education. You know, you might spend $40,000 or $50,000 per year on tuition and fees, where I choose to just throw in $51.25 for this Empower Network product that's going to carry me for forever, because I'm going to forever be an internet marketer. You know, just like you said, you can never take away my education. Right. You know, you can take away the company, you can take away the products and all of that, but it's up here, and once it's up here, there's nothing you can do.
So, Felicia, you mean to tell me that product that you spent $5,100 on, that's going to teach you how to build other businesses?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like with this business right here, this is a newbie-friendly business. Like I'm brand new to the game, and I'm able to build my business and make $2,500 on a consistent basis. And this month, I'm on track. I'm like $100 shy of making $5,000 this month. So I know that if I can do it, anybody can do it. You know, like I feel like that's right. You know, if I can do it, anybody can do it, because not only does this business teach you, not only does this business teach you how to market, but it also pays you while you're marketing. You know, it pays you, you get paid while you're learning, basically. You know, I haven't even gone through my master's course. I don't even know the name of it. I just bought it. You know, I dropped $3,500 on it. And the next thing I know, I got paid from it. You know, I got 2 people that joined under me. I didn't have to convince them or anything. They just paid for it.
And how much did you get paid for it? How much did you get paid for it, Felicia?
I made $3,000 that day.
There you go. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Let somebody try to do that in a MLM. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, most companies probably would have given them $300 top.
Yeah, it gets real over here. And what we got, people want, they want to know how to do this. So you know how many people they'll inbox me talking about, if you could share some of those strategies, you know, when I'm like, oh, my website traffic increased, can you share what you're doing? Oh, absolutely. I'd be happy to share with you. I'm a member of a network that teaches me this stuff.
That's right.
They want it. They're asking for it. Here you go. Spend your money for it.
Well,
start at your $25 if that's all you got.
Well, that's just like I was telling you, Lorena, how I was looking forward to my social media class in school this summer, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna learn something. And when that class cost almost $2,000, and I was able to pass that class with an A. I did not crack that book but one time, and that was to look up something that was not even that was just totally irrelevant. I knew everything, so I passed that class from the information that I've learned within Empower Network. That class cost almost $2,000.
You see, here's where I have a problem. I have a problem with paying somebody how to be a millionaire, and they teaching a college class, but they ain't a millionaire. Just like I have a problem getting a business degree from a college professor. I'd rather learn in the real world, and that's what this Empower Network is giving us the opportunity. We're learning from Dave Wood and Dave Sharp make over $300,000 a month. Mm-hmm. So obviously we can learn just a little bit from them cats, right?
Okay,
absolutely.
That's
I don't want to learn from no instructor making $40,000, $50,000 a year. I don't want to make that. I already did that. I want to make $300,000 a month. In this industry, we speak monthly. We don't speak per year. You hear somebody say 50K in this industry, they talking about per month. They talking about a doggone year. Who does that? What the hell, man? I'd rather learn from the millionaires. That's who I want to learn from, not no broke ass college professor. Sorry, he miserable.
That's right. Yeah, and get this though. Nikki said that class cost her $2,000. Now, Nikki, at that time, how far were you in Empower Network? What level were you at?
I was only at the I had the 125 and the 1,000.
Okay.
So I didn't have the Costa Rica.
Okay, so 1125.
Right.
And you paid $2,000. So with the Empower Network, you got over, $800 worth of discount.
Right.
So I think that's pretty awesome right there in
And
itself.
she earned money off of it at the same time.
Exactly.
It's a no-brainer. It really is a no-brainer.
It really is. I've told people numerous times. I've said, okay, what college did you go to? And they tell me, okay, well, imagine if your friend Joe want to go to that college too. Let's say you went to Duke and your friend Joe want to go to Duke too, and you say, yeah, dude, you should go to Duke. I got a great education. Will Duke send you a check? Will they deposit anything in your bank account?
Nope.
Absolutely not. Empower Network will. It's the same thing. This is education, buddy. Education. People better recognize, they better recognize quick. It's gonna cost them more than $200,000. I already told you I done had that $200,000 lesson.
And you know what? It's not that we bash in schools or jobs because they are necessary depending on where you are in life. It's just that me personally, I'm not going to learn that from somebody who ain't living it. It's just like, we keep it real here on this panel right here. If we not making 10 grand a month, we're not going to post about that. But we can show you how to make $1,000 a day or $500 a day, or generate 15 to 25 or however many leads we're generating, right? And so it's just all about keeping it real. People want to hear people that are authentic, not some textbook stuff or whatever like that. Just something real world experience, because that's how you connect more with people. And I just love to hear what Brian got to say, unless he just got froze up. Well, he on twice. He that much of a superstar, Brian.
There he is.
Brian, can you hear us, bro?
Yeah, bro, I can hear you.
Did you tell your story, man? Because I know I jumped on like an hour late, but did you tell your story?
Yeah, I told it at the very beginning. I'm going to have to hop off here in about a minute or so.
All right, can you share your story real quick if you have it about school and all that? Look, this dude just having fun at 21 years old.
Yeah, he spoke already.
Oh, okay, my bad. I'm late. I just like his story so much, I want to hear it again.
I know.
Wait, hold on. Where am I going?
He got to go play soccer.
Yes.
All right, man, go have fun, bro.
No, we're okay. I'm gonna try to hop back on in about 10 minutes if you guys are still on.
That's what's up. Have fun. Man, I'm just excited about everything, man. It's crazy. I was telling Nikki the other day, man, if we would have had this, if I'd have had this when I first came in the game,
It would be a wrap.
oh my gosh. What? I'm so thankful to have it now, but good grief. I was doing it the hard way. Y'all, whoever's watching out there, because, I have no clue who's looking, who's watching, who you are, where you're from, how you got here. But if you guys, I'm just going to say this. If you want to make money, this is where you want to be. This is where you want to be. If you're tired of struggling in your company, this is where you want to be. If you're ready to fire your boss, this is where you want to be. I'm drinking Coors Light right now. Sometimes I do it in the middle of the day. Like, for real. Sometimes I might have a glass of wine in the middle of the day while I'm working.
That's just the perk.
You get fired if you was at a job. You would get fired if you
can't do that at a job.
Uh-uh.
You can't. You cannot. You can't do it. So I mean, it's been a blessing for me, and it's been a blessing for so many people on my team. I even had like one of my team members, I never forget, Luciana Collins, called me one day. Matter of fact, it was hot, man. It was in August, and I was carrying my laptop bag. I was going to meet my accountability partner, right? So I'm carrying my laptop bag. I was kind of frustrated because he told me the building, but he didn't tell me the right apartment number. So I'm like, where in the world am I going? Well, I was drenched in sweat, hot, carrying this, that, and the third. My phone rings, right? And I saw it was Luciana. I'm thinking, oh, what she want? Is it a technical issue? Is she asking, you know, because she was a newbie. She just joined Empower. Like, she wasn't even a week deep. And the phone rang. So I went ahead and answered for her, right? I was hot, sweating. Answer the phone, and she's screaming on the phone. Ah! I just made $500, girl. I woke up. I'm like, what? She's like, girl, I just woke up. I got $500. Just like somebody just bought Empower and they spent $500. I said, Luciana, calm down. That's what's supposed to happen. She was so doggone excited, and it made me feel good too, because I knew Luciana prior to the Empower. It wasn't like she was somebody that just happened to come through my sales funnel. She's a friend of mine. She's a single parent. She got 2 kids, and she in the struggle. You know what I mean? So I knew Empower would be able to help her. You know what I'm saying? And so I introduced it to her, and for her to make $500 that quick in a week, it just felt damn good, because I already knew it worked. But it's different when somebody's your personal friend and you already know that things are tight for them, and you want them to go ahead and make their money back as soon as possible. And for her to call me hollering like that in a week, I was like, that's what's up. And so those type of things, I mean, it just feels awesome, and to hear the whys, the stories, why they get in it. People get in this game to change their lives, you know what I mean? Not to just try it out, not just to try it out. So, those type of things just keep me going. Every time I hear the stories, it just gives me that extra push. Every time I hear another story. So I'm just excited about it, man. I just know some big things about to go down, and things that I can't even comprehend and imagine,
Yeah. The thing I love about this business is that, you could be anywhere, anytime, doing anything, and just out of the blue receive, commissions, 100% commission, not just commission, but 100% commissions. I can remember I was at my mom's house taking care of her because she had just had surgery. And, I wasn't expecting to get any money. I haven't made, I had already had my first $1,000 day, but that was it, and I was taking care of her, and I got home and I checked my email, and I had received $1,650 in commission. That really shocked me. Lorena talked about I made my first $3,000 day, but to me, the $1,650 day was even better because I was so shocked. Like, I knew that my team members was going to upgrade with me and get the $3,500 package, but I didn't know somebody was just going to come through and just buy all the products. I just didn't know, just out of the blue, I received my first $1,650 day. So just like Lorena was saying, I feel confident in bringing anybody to this business. Tequila Magruder right there, that's my cousin, and she just, we were here on the Google Hangout, and she just made her very first $500 day, in this business. So it makes me feel really good to bring anybody into this business, and not only they just come in and they are able to pay me, but they're able to be successful as well, and so that right there, she was like, girl, I want to do the worm over here, and as I was reading it, I just started to get up and do the worm.
The worm, girl, the worm.
The worm, girl.
Yes, and so
Hey, you showing your age talking about the worm.
Oh my God.
the money. You know, the money is good. The money is great. Actually, the money allowed me to quit my job 2 months after being in this business. But not only is the money good, but I get to see people like Tequila have breakthroughs in this business, and you know, I break barriers that she never really saw that she could actually break. You know, probably never in a million years she would believe that she would be into internet marketing, no longer be in a business with me. You know, and so this has allowed us to grow a closer relationship. I mean, Empower Network just is all around an amazing business. You know, that's just how I feel about it.
It really is, and that it really is. I gotta agree with you. It is. It's amazing business, and just being able to help other people. Like, yeah, the money's good, but to be able to help people that you know want it, you know,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get to see people.
I got a market that's untapped that I've been wanting to help so bad, but you can't help people who aren't willing to take your hand.
They're not ready.
Can y'all hear me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. But yeah, you can't help people who aren't willing to take your hand. But I have so many friends that are into independent music. You know what I mean? I know so many artists, producers, DJs, you know, and it's just crazy because I see them going hard on Facebook. Like, they go hard. And I mean, for real, they go hard. Like, you can see them going down my timeline. Like, share. They got their music going. I mean, it's so, they go super duper hard. And I just be thinking, man, if they just knew about some of this stuff that's back there, man, they'd be on fire. Even if just like, even strategy and got that, had 880,000 views on a YouTube video, and that was music related. Just using some of these strategies, you know, with the keyword research and some of these programs and stuff, man, they would kill the game. They would kill it. But they're not willing to take my hand, and I'm not willing to chase their asses neither. I gotta let them play out the struggle. I gotta be real, man. It is what it is.
No tire kickers allowed.
Exactly.
You must be coachable.
Exactly. They got to stay out there. That maybe once they bump their heads to the white meat a little bit longer.
Not to the white meat.
To the white meat. To the white meat. Because that's the only time you learn. It got to be to the white meat.
Oh, they going to learn today. They going to learn.
Oh, you going to learn today. All right.
Oh, they going to learn. They don't want to learn like I learned, losing money.
Right. Shoot. Yeah, they gotta bust it to the white meat. They can't, a couple knots ain't enough. They gotta bust it to the white meat. Then they'll get it.
You talking about a couple knots.
Yeah, they'll get it once they bust it to the white meat.
Hey, you guys, I gotta go. I think if you're watching, everything has been said that needs to be said. Just go ahead and, you know, get in with whoever invited you to the Google Hangout, because, you know, this is I'm looking at Felicia. This is
Felicia's silly.
It's 11:12 on a Saturday night here in Atlanta, Georgia, and you know we have a fun hanging out because we don't really get to see each other but every 3 months.
Right.
And so this is another reason why we hang out on camera now, and we leverage technology. You know, we're not like those old school drones that say, you know, you got to do face-to-face marketing and belly-to-belly stuff for what? You know, they ain't interested no way, right? And so just go ahead and get in, earn 100% commissions, so you don't be duped if you join an MLM. You know they have great products and stuff like that. At the end of the day, we do get in it for the money so we can live a life, right? It's no scare. And this is a pastor talk. You know, we get in it for the money so that we can have a life, so that we can bless other people. So would you rather get rich fast or get rich slow? If you get involved in an MLM, I'm going to just be honest with you, no matter what company it is, you have a chance of getting rich slower than if you get involved inside of Empower Network. It is what it is, you know. So we are blessed to be a blessing. I'm done, you guys. I got to go get ready for tomorrow. I love you guys. Hey, we're going to hang out more, all right?
All right.
Yeah,
Y'all have a good night. We appreciate you all for watching. And we're out like this right here. Any final words? Yeah. Just make a decision.
Yeah, y'all just get in.
Just push the down button.
Push the down button. Push the down
It's real. Later, y'all. Love y'all.
Later.